name's Jake Carter and I'm 16 years old. I just like to build stuff. It's neat to start with a bunch of parts and have something that looks like a finished product that looks nothing like what you started with. I was first interested in fishing when I was just a little kid going out and catching a brim in little ponds with a Snoopy fishing pole, and it just kind of stayed with me my whole life. I first wanted to build a lure. My uncle told me that he used to build them out of wood when he was a kid, so I wanted to try that. So we looked up the parts and mud hole came up and learned that you could actually build a rod too, and decided to do that.
I'm Lynn Bates, and I'm from Ohio.
And I'm Scott Bates, and I'm from Ohio.
We came up to take the mud hole class and learn how to build our own rods.
Oh, I have 3 great granddaughters.
Just granddaughters.
Just granddaughters, but they're great to me. And I'm going to build them all a fishing rod. My grandfather got me started, and I want to get them started into fishing. And what better way than to build them a rod?
I'm Scott, this is Brooke, that's Brett, Sean, and Chris. We'll be your rod building instructors today. At some point in time, you've decided to, or you figured out that you can build a better fishing rod than you can buy in the store.
My role in the class is I'm the lead instructor on the on-the-road classes. We teach the basics of rod building, from like finding the spine to wrapping guides to putting finish on a rod.
We're going to go ahead and pass out the rod plates now. Now on a multi-piece rod, you always want to find a spine on both pieces separately. Okay? So on a 2-piece fly rod, you're going to find a spine on 2 different pieces individually.
The education side really ties to the growth of the whole thing. It's marketing and advertising will take you so far. It's the one-on-one time you can spend with people through education, like the class, that really it's hard to put a dollar amount on. And we get very loyal customers out of it.
I would get a few more rotations around this before you actually cut it, just because I prefer more rather than less. That way you don't have to worry about it unraveling as you go.
I think of us as an education and marketing company to an extent. Education, because I believe in the principle of building a bigger pie. Instead of saying this is the fishing tackle industry and let's try to take a segment of that, why don't we try to grow the tackle industry to be something bigger? In that growth, if we own a X percentage of it, that percentage naturally is going to grow with it.
How are we doing over here?
You're doing fine. Good. Jake did a great job. I mean, really from the get-go, every time I checked on him, hey, you need anything, you know? Oh, no, I got it, you know? And I mean, really, he did a very nice job doing and actually building the rod throughout the entire process. He had a lot of attention to detail, which is great to see in someone his age.
People build their own rods for a variety of reasons, whether he's a young high school student that's a hardcore angler, or a senior that's semi-retired and is looking for additional income or a hobby to do on the side. At the end of the day, they're all fishermen. And the husband and wife are going to go out and fish out of a boat, or they're going to fish off the lake, and the satisfaction of catching a fish on a rod they just built in the class is very rewarding.
Hi, Johnny. This is your dad. Well, Lynn and I just finished a rod building class in Orlando at Mud Hole, and we're getting ready to build the girls, don't tell them, but we're going to build them fishing rods for Christmas.
Custom fishing poles.
Yeah.
Well, okay, well, don't say anything because it's going to be a secret.
All right.
When you build your own fishing rod and you take it out, the satisfaction of catching a fish that you've caught, or you're going to catch a fish on a rod that you've built by hand. It's like guys who tie flies. You know, they're matching the hatch, and if they can catch a fish on something they created with their own two hands, there's no satisfaction greater than that. And it's the same thing with a fishing rod. You've created a tool, and you've gone out into nature, and you were able to catch a fish using the tool that you created. So there's nothing better.
Awesome.
Mudhole is proud to offer rod building classes. Join our expert instructors and learn how to build a custom fishing rod. Our 2-day classes are the most informative, hands-on classes available. Our classes are located throughout the continental U.S. You will learn the latest and greatest advanced techniques available in rod building today. Please join us for our informative rod building classes, and you too can become part of the rod building family. For the low price of $149, you will build your first custom rod and have the tools to start your next custom rod projects.